are back. I mean, we are back. As simple as that. Let me check whether it's actually working or not. I am supposed to be live in here. By the way, hi. We are gonna be learning again, and there was a thing. There was another thing live. I had better just remove another one. Okay, I'm not sure which one to go with. This one is scheduled at what time? No, don't know. Let's keep it in the unlisted mode for now. And let's click on this one. That's live right now. At least something's better than nothing. Alright everybody, here we are, and this live is gonna be around, what time is it by the way? Let me have a look at that. So it's gonna be for around 1 hour, 1.5 hour. Don't expect me to take a break. I will be taking a break, like I'll be getting just water for myself, like after half an hour or something. Until then, of course, we are here. By 9 o'clock I'll go for that, so that's really not a big problem. We will be taking breaks, proper breaks in between. I just hope that my network is alright, and that is not like that. Let me get it fixed for a while, and then I'll be right back. And let me get the water along too. Alright, I'm back. My network connection, it seems to be quite good right now, if I'm not really wrong. And I just hope not to be wrong. Okay, let's simply go ahead, and I hope things are gonna be fine. It's just simply showing no data and all. I don't know what's wrong with this, but never mind. Soon it's gonna be alright. And that's what I'm expecting it to be. Okay, as we are here, let's simply go ahead. Energy conservation. I'll be playing the music in the background.
get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
All right. So ultimately, the class we were mainly I was going through that's done right now. That's completed, and it was all about like basic to intermediate knowledge of Next.js. Now some advanced things are remaining, so of course I need to have knowledge of them too in order to make a proper SSR server side rendering application. And once that thing is done, then we can just simply go ahead. By the way, I'd like to simply this time revise, I mean get everything summarized. So this time I will be speaking around for 10 to 15 minutes, and I'll be summarizing everything what I learned about Next.js and all. And once that thing is summarized, then we will be learning something else. So it's mainly gonna be kind of a summary project, project that I'm gonna be working just right now. And once that is done, then we can just simply go ahead. So let's simply kill this terminal right here. There's gonna be a summary time. Okay, whatever. I've actually taken 2 classes, and the duration of those classes could be around 4 to 4.5 an hour. It could be around that. Right now, what exactly am I gonna do here? Let's simply exit it. I hope we can exit this. Yeah. So I actually have many like my next app to do it, that I just learned few things working on this one. So right now, the most important thing, I will be creating a folder ls. Let's create a folder, or let's create a Next.js application, and that would be an application for summarizing the things. So the name of the application is gonna be summarize app, as simple as that. So npm, that is actually npx. It is mainly used for running the code that hasn't been installed online ultimately. So npx create, this is the basic command is if you wanna create the Next.js app. So npx create app at the, oh come on yaar, am I kidding or are you kidding? Npx create a next app at the latest. Let me give it the name right here. So the name is going to be summary app, something like this. Mainly in this particular app that I'm gonna work on, mainly gonna be used for summarizing the things and stuff. User recommended defaults. Let's customize it. Would you like to use TypeScript? Yes, we would. Which linter would you like to use? Is lint. Okay. Would you like to use a React compiler? For now, let's simple say no, because that is by default. Okay. Would you like to use Tailwind CSS? Yes. Would you like to use inside source directly? No. If we don't use it, then things are gonna be by default in the app. Otherwise, they are gonna be inside source directly. So this time, let's use SRC. So far, I have been actually working on the Next.js applications without SRC file. Let's simply check what difference it actually makes when we have SRC. I'd like to check this thing out too. Would you like to use app router as recommended? Would you like to turbo pack? Yes. And okay, no. This is how we are gonna be going at. This is even done. App. So it's actually like this. Earlier, everything was just outside in the root directly, because the source of directly wasn't there, so everything was in the root folder. Right now there is the SRC folder, and inside SRC we have everything, so there's not much of a difference. So that's all right, not really a big deal. Having said that, if I click on app, so SRC is altogether different one, and inside SRC this is the app. Okay, I hope I get it. So inside app I have these things, and most important thing is this app. Inside app I can create the other files too. Okay, Next.js is here. I hope things are exactly the same. Even we have just page .tsx in here. Let's remove it. Export default. This is just gonna be a function page, and here I will be just returning a div. That's gonna be like home page, as simple as that. Even I can name it well. This is gonna be like home page, so it's gonna be something like this. So this thing is done. As far as layout is concerned, I'm not really worried about this, and I'm not gonna do anything as such right now regarding this particular thing. inside the app. Let's see first of all whether this is working or not. Summary app, npm rundev. npm rundev is mainly going to be used for running this project, of course locally, and I can just simply see the result of it on localhost 3000 port, localhost 3000. So let's see exactly how it looks like. So this is how we get the result. So right now we are simply getting the home page. The main focus of ours is gonna be over here, simply creating a to-do application without worrying about the to-do application. You know what, when you are actually learning something, and the easiest thing you mainly wanna focus on the learning, and as far as the business logic is concerned, you just wanna keep that easy, right? So that's what we are gonna do right here. Kind of a to-do application, quite easy, everyone simply talks about it, and gonna be actually better if we just do it. It's not gonna be complete, but I will be actually adding everything I've learned so far. Okay, so suppose inside this app we have another folder called let's have a folder called auth. Okay, something like this. Inside this auth folder we will have a sign up. Okay, and then this sign up would have a page.tsx, and of course let's make it RFC. Well, that not really being used a lot, so export default function. This is gonna be sign up page, and ultimately I will be returning div sign up. That's it. This is the basic structure that I'm just simply working on. Once I have this sign up inside auth, then I would have a sign in, of course, sign in, and let's have page.tsx. I will be working on the backend too, a little bit at least. Page.tsx. Let's see, RAMC comma export default function. This is gonna be sign-in page. Ultimately, I'll be getting everything summarized that I've learned so far, and once all these things are summarized, then I will be simply going ahead. Sign-in page. At least this would make sure that I know the things I have learned, because if you just keep learning, you are not sure whether you have actually those things in your mind or not. So this thing is done. Sign-in page is created. So I have sign up, I have sign in, and let's have a user. Users. Okay. I don't really think would it be a better option. Okay, let's have it. Inside this app, I'm going to have one more folder called users. It would have name like users/me. It would be like that. So let's have users, and inside it I will have one more folder, and that's gonna be me. Or even if I just simply write users/me, this should be the name for the front end, at least. v1 users/me. Let's simply have users only. Let's remove this me from here, and even it can be just simply user rather than keeping it users. Let's keep it a user, because users may have lots of names. User, okay, can be better option. We may get lots of users, we may get just a single user. So users, and then we will have me. That's actually going to be a folder, me, and then we will have page.tsx. Again, things are gonna be the same. Export default. I hope the sound is being shared rather than the music. Yeah, that's right now. Export default. Things are gonna be pretty much same. Come on, it's not time to call it a day. Getting me, so it's actually gonna be a profile, right? And it should be like this: default. Export default. What is the problem? Declaration statement expected. Okay, function default. Return. Let's return div over here. Let's write profile in here. Me, and then I'm getting the profile. See, insane. Can I make it any better? How about keeping it me? This is insane, like this name doesn't really good at all. So let's keep it profile for now. And then users, this would also have, this particular user would have a page.tsx. where I will be returning all the users page.tsx. So it's gonna be like that, and of course export default, and it's gonna be a function for sure. This function would have a name, and it's gonna be like it will have all the users. Okay, even I'm right, all the users return. Let's do. Let's see exactly how this thing is users page. Ultimately here all the users are gonna be returning, and over here I can just simply say user. Ultimately one user, that particular user, and even profile, user profile. Okay, user is gonna be okay for now. Okay, I'm not really worried about the names and all. I can take the help of AI for that. So this much thing is done, and when it comes to the layout, so I can have a directory, and that directly would have a layout. Okay, whether it is about this folder or it is about that folder, I need a okay. Let's keep one thing in mind. This particular auth section would have a layout, layout.tsx rafce. Okay, not like this. Export default function layout, return it would return the children. Let's return a div and just write layout in here. It would get a children, and those children will have a type children React node. Of course TypeScript is being used over here, so we need to keep the types in mind, and then those children need to be rendered in here. So it's actually going to be like this, and especially if I want to make sure that the layout is being used, let me write layout in here so that at least I can know that layout is being used in right now. So especially in these pages this will happen. So ultimately kind of we have worked on the front end quite enough. These many things that I've learned, and there's one more thing, npm install dependency, and that's gonna be prettier. And the another thing I need is prettier plugin. This will mainly be used for first of all sorting, ultimately formatting the whole page, as well as sorting the classes of Tailwind, of course. Plugin and Tailwind CSS. Let's go to Tailwind CSS and see whether this is exactly what we need or not. This is already mentioned in the documentation. Just few days ago, if I'm not wrong, I just went through it. So I have the idea about it. This is called editor setup, if I'm not wrong. Not editor setup, it must be editor setup. And in here class sorting, ultimately this is what I need to click on, and we have to install prettier plugin Tailwind CSS. Once this is installed, we have to create a file, and we are done. Okay, so let's go through it. First of all, we need to install it. Okay, I hope it's gonna be done really soon. Okay, come on. I made a mistake, by the way. That should be actually capital D, and I made it small, small d. So they will be installed actually in dev dependency, so I can show you this thing too. So over here we have prettier as a dev dependency, as well as prettier plugin and all. These things we have. This will mainly be used for Tailwind CSS classes, and this one will be used for the overall formatting of the page. And now if I want to see whether it's actually working or not, so we can do that too. But before that, I have to create a file .prettierrc file in the root directory, and I will have to just simply paste some code over here, and that's gonna be like plugins, and these plugins will have an array, and this array will have contain prettier, I hope whatever I'm writing that's right, Tailwind CSS, something like that. I can just recheck it by just going on that page, plugins, prettier, plugin, Tailwind CSS. This is what I needed, and right now I think we are done. We don't really need to do anything. So first of all, let's check whether this layouting system is working or not. Okay, so if I just mess up with the page, like I make it keep it here, and then I keep it here, then layout page is supposed gonna be here. Ultimately everything is messed up, and now if I simply format the page, everything will come on the right track. Apart from this particular thing, let's format the classes if they are being formatted properly or not. So suppose I have text Excel extra large, text font, text suppose red 200, and apart from this particular thing BG gray 500, and padding 3, margin 4, whatever. Okay, so ultimately if you have a look at this, so ultimately all these classes are in this sequence, but as soon as I format it, they are gonna be in the proper sequence as per described by the prettier package. So if I just simply format the page right now, so the sequence of the classes have changed. So this is a good benefit. Ultimately all the CSS classes that you are using, they can be easily be formatted, and this way you won't have to worry about the right sequence of those classes, and would be easy for you to just simply go through the things whenever you need. They are actually formatting up some predefined rules, and as per them only they are being sorted out over here, as simple as that. So this thing is done. We have this thing in command. Now npm, let's simply run the project and simply see whether the front end is working as expected or not, and after that we will be working on the back end. Quite easy, like I'm not really working on many things right now. It should be like this, the basic one. So we have home page over here. I can go to a sign up page, so it could be like okay, there's another thing. Okay, API, I can create API, but then that's gonna be the backend thing. / I can go to sign in. Let's see. Well, it seems to be 404. That means not available. That's all right. I have to go to app. What the hell? App, and then we need this sign in thing. Sign in should work over here. If this is working, then sign in, sign up, both of them should work. That means something's wrong. How about sign up? Okay, so layout and sign up is here. Got that? Sign up is here. So sign in should work the same way. If sign up is working, sign in is 404. Let me check the spellings and all. Okay, the spelling of the sign in is wrong over here. Yes, I see here. I am sign in. It's actually like this, and if I just simply reload the page, sign in page, by the way, it's something like this. So ultimately this is working. The layout is being written here, so ultimately layout is working as well. Now this particular thing, I wanna simply remove it. This layout section is here. What is the most important thing in here right now? First of all, let's remove this thing. I have these children over here. Children are gonna be shown below, and the basic layout is gonna be on the top of that. Okay, let's keep a div over here that can be called like home, or just let's make it a nav var, and this nav var would have some style in it. So class name, and that's gonna be like border bottom, and padding, suppose padding x is gonna be suppose 3 and all. Just let it be this much for a while. I just simply wanna check the result, how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. As nav var is on the top, and then sign in page. Even if I go to sign up page, it would be the same. So I have the sign up page in here. Now I can go to users, and I will get a users page over here. So ultimately all the users will be shown here, and users / me. If I just click on it, then profile will be, ultimately my profile will be shown over there. So the thing we have done here, we have configured the routes properly, we have worked on the layout. Now of course I'm not working a lot on it. This is just the basic features summary class. Okay, so this thing is done, layouts are done, and the another thing is that I have to work on the front end, back end side. And then let's try to get both of them connected. Let's send some data from the front end to the back end and see if the things are working fine or not. But before that, everything's fine. And okay, that's another thing. we have this nav bar in here. Okay, ultimately this is a, let's call it home for now. Okay, and home page is like that. So this is the home page, and home page is written over there. The another thing that I learned, that is this, I can make this home button a link. So link will be from, of course, Next.js itself. So I will get this link from next link, yeah, of course, that is something like that. And this home would be here. It is just like anchor tag of HTML. It's just it looks simply different, but the work of it is exactly the same, and it will be redirecting it ultimately to the home page. Let's simply check whether it works or not. So we are suppose right now on the sign up page. I have defined the layout only for the sign up page and sign in page, and not for others. That's quite of a bit strange, but okay, we are working on just the checking the functionality whether it works or not. So whatever we do, that's fine. We don't really need to worry about it. If I click on this home page, so I'll be redirected to home, as simple as that. So this is how it actually works. And okay, we actually have to work with the features rather than the design and all. So this thing is done, children is done. We have worked on the layout too. It's time to work on the backend stuff. So let's do one thing, create a folder. Inside it, I'm going to create a folder called API. Inside that, I will create a version 1. So that's actually again gonna be a folder rather than a file. So it's gonna be v1. Inside that, I will have a API v1. Should I have auth? Yeah, let's have auth folder in here. API v1 auth. Inside auth, I will have sign up. So sign up, and this sign up, this time it would have a file called route.ts, because we are working on the backend. So of course we need this file route.ts. If we were working on the front end, so we need page.ts, as simple as that. These are predefined mainly on Next.js. On when you are working with the React, so you have to decide everything, right? Ultimately, you have to decide even the name and everything all. On Next.js, they are predefined. Ultimately, name should be route.ts. The front end name should be page.ts, something like that. By the way, as for the exporting thing, so I'm gonna simply export, and one file should be exported at a time. So export default. Let's make it async function, because of course we will be working on the backend. Function is here, and let's working on the sign up route. So let's just write sign up in here. Come on, it should be sign up, something like this. I will be just returning some data in here, and that data is gonna be next response. So let's have that too. This is how we actually return the things in Next.js. Response, it will be imported from next server that we have here, and then just like Express, we are gonna be writing our message over here. Ultimately, whatever we wanna return. So like suppose you have come on, you have signed up successfully. We'll just simply check whether it works or not. This is a simple thing. How we'll get the data from the front end side, that's again a case. Whatever I have learned in these two classes, I will be ultimately summarizing everything. Once all those things are summarized, then we can simply go ahead, as simple as that. We will be even adding backend. So it's not like it may not look good, but this particular even summary class for at least maybe 20 minutes next to max, we'll have a lot of business logic, as simple as that. So this is how we will be returning the response. Let's see whether we can actually get this thing done. This thing actually wrong over here. When we talk about sign up, so it's gonna be actually a post request. So we had better just make it like this, and then inside auth we will have one more, and that's called sign in. We'll sign in, and this is all about backend. So this is how we write a backend code on Next.js. That's insane. Completely different from other platforms like Express. Even on React, we create separate backend. Ultimately, Express backend is that. So you already know how that's gonna be. Let's create the folder. Write the code. Export default. That's gonna be async function. That's again gonna be a post function this time. And as far as the returning thing is concerned, so let's return the things in here, and that's gonna be like Next.js response. So next response.json in the JSON format will be returning, And again, message is going to be the same. I can say you have signed in successfully. We'll be updating it, of course, because we are working on the functionality part, so we are gonna be updating everything. So far we have worked on these two things. We already have these pages, sign in and sign up pages, so let's work on these things and see how the things are gonna go on. So we have the sign up page. Let's add some of the things in the sign up page. It's quite empty. So we are working on the sign up page, sign in page. So here we have this page. Even we can make it better. Better means these things should be in the middle of the screen, right? We already have this layout, so I can just simply lay out the things even better. This thing is going to be on the top for sure, no doubt. Apart from this thing, the total height of this is gonna be like height screen, and I can just simply make it this much, and then this is the border. A border is like this, padding is like this. I can even give it a padding wise is equal to 2. I hope it's gonna be better. As for this one, let's wrap it. So wrap inside a div, so it is wrapped. And right now let's give it some class, ultimately design it a bit. The children which are gonna be coming in here, they are like okay, let's make, how can it be? On the top I have this. The height of it is gonna be actually, let's give the height of 10 VH, as simple as that. It's gonna be like this. 10 VH is going to be the height. The classes are being formatted automatically, so I don't need to worry about that. And the height of this is gonna be like 90 VH or something. Okay, should I do that actually? Can I get that in the middle? Then that's gonna be crazy. Any better way to do the same thing? Yeah, I can actually make it absolute. So this particular thing is going to be fixed, I can say ultimately. Height is gonna be that, okay. It's actually going to be fixed though. And once this is fixed, which means doesn't matter how much. And this height is gonna be height screen. Or I can say height full. Let's keep it height. Minimum height screen. Maximum height could be anything. And in here, we will be height full, and we will be having height full. This thing is like this. We'll have children, and then the height is full of this particular thing, so we'll have children in between. That means I can simply say flex justify center items center. Let's see how it looks like right now. So it, oh my god, let's make it column. It's actually gonna be flex column. Again, things are gonna be formatted automatically, so I don't need to worry about that. So it looks like this. That is really bad. I'm saying height is going to be full. Let's keep it height full. I'm not quite sure whether it works or not. Height screen. How about this right now? So I have the sign up page in here. Home is on the top. This is the border that I have. It should be first of all in between, and the second thing is that the height should be full. Sorry, the width should be full. So let me see if I can actually get this done in here. Width is gonna be like screen in here too, and I hope this is gonna work. Okay, this is working the way I want it. Flex is gonna be here. Justify, suppose center is gonna be here, and items center is gonna be here. I don't really need this justify center, so I'll be removing it from here. So this is how we'll be going ahead. I don't need to worry about the classes. So this is how it looks like. I may even have this logout button at the end of the day. So let's create that one too. So this that's actually gonna be a logout button, right? So I won't do much over here, just a template and all. So this is gonna be logout section, and that's it. Gonna be a button. Yeah, it is going to be kind of a button, logout button. And let's give it some style. Not really a lot of style, just let's give it cursor pointer. That's it, nothing else. For now it should be enough. Now they are gonna be just beside each other. That's what I don't want. So let's give them justify between. So ultimately there's gonna be distance between them. Between. So this is how it's gonna be going ahead. So we are getting home page over here, logout button over here, and ultimately the basic nav bar we have. Again, I'm not focusing on the styling part. Even right now, I'm not learning UI and UX and all this stuff. I will learn it for sure, but mainly our main goal is on the backend. We should have good command over backend. By the way, this sign up page I'm getting in here, I can add some more functionality in here. Just a quick thing. So let's remove layout in here. Let's remove all the pages from here. We are working on the sign in page for now. So let's simply have few things. I will have input. I will have two inputs. First input will have like username. Oh, come on, still that's gonna be text. I can make it email. So let's because we are signing in. So yeah, put it your email. In here you will put your password. Apart from that thing, let's do one more thing. Placeholder. Enter your email. Something like this. In here, enter your password. As simple as that. Let's have a button too. I hope things are gonna be fine, and it will be simply saying sign in. Will it work? Yeah, it will work. The functionality and everything is going to be exactly the way they should be. I will be even sending requests from front end to back end, so most of the things are gonna be like that. Even I will try my level best to just create a back end, like a proper to-do application. Can we create that? Can it be faster? Let's not worry about to-do application. We are simply focusing on the functionality part right now. Any application can be made later. For now, the functionality, ultimately I should be able to do the stuff using Next.js. This is the main goal right now. So this thing is done. Same thing I will be just simply copying and pasting in the sign up page. I'm not worrying about the design part, excuse me for that. That is not necessary right now. This is the sign up page. I will have one more field over here, and that's gonna be like this. Actually that's gonna be on the top, and that is gonna be just simply text, and gonna be like enter your username, as simple as that. So we'll have username field in here too. This is gonna be like that, as simple as that. Done. So let's see how it looks like. This is insane. It actually looks like this. That is odd. Enter sign in. Okay, bad. Class name is gonna be like cursor pointer. There is div, we have class name, text, not really. Let's give it a BG color. BG gray, breezy gray, suppose 800 around, and flex column. Anything else? I'm gonna giving it gap of by that's gonna be around 3 pixel, 3. So it actually looks like this. That is actually bad. But I don't care. I need to care, but let's give it padding 5, rounded large. I think this much should be fine. Enter. I can do one more thing, something like this. Let's give them design at once. So their BG is going to be BG white. Padding is gonna be, suppose padding X is gonna be just 3, padding Y is gonna be 2, and rounded is gonna be large. Outline is gonna be none, and text is gonna be black. Placeholder is gonna be text placeholder. Come on, that should be right. At least spelling should be right. Placeholder's color is going to be BG gray 400. I'm done. How much will I write? Okay, crazy. It should not be like that. Just a sec. This should not be BG. This should be text gray, and right now it should be fine. So it looks like this. Not really bad. Even we can give some color to this thing. So I can actually do that as far as the button is concerned. So let's give it a BG white. Padding X is gonna be, suppose 3, padding Y is gonna be 2. I don't know how it's gonna look like, but okay, we'll see. And the text gray 800. Let's see. Oh, come on, you've got to be kidding me. Minimum width. Okay, it's not working the way we expected it to work. That's all right. We will figure it out. Minimum width, not width is gonna be minimum. Oh, really? Okay, we have sorted it. minimum width looks like this. That is insane. Let's keep it like this, and this button is gonna be wrapped inside a div, and it's gonna look something like this. I hope it's gonna be better. Yeah, and it's gonna be like rounded early. Why am I even designing? I don't know, but okay, let's design it. It's gonna look like this, and column. How can I make it in the middle? Items, center. How about this? Will it be okay? Seems to be. So this is the page that we have, and there's one more thing that we need, and that's gonna be just the title. And title is gonna be around H1, and that's gonna be like sign up, something like this. Let's make it a bit better. Sign up. Okay, let's give it some design thing. Text gonna be 5XL around. I hope it's gonna be better. Apart from this thing, I don't really need to worry about anything. I can give it font bold. Should be fine. Oh my god, too much. Let's initially I told that I don't worry about the design and all. Right now I'm just working on that. That's crazy. So this is the basic stuff that we have in here. Don't really need to worry about anything. This much should be okay. This much actually must be okay. Okay, this is how the sign up page looks like. This is how the sign in page looks like. I can actually remove the first part from here. Okay, sign in. This is what I have done so far. Come on, I have made a mistake in here. That's alright, I can fix that thing too. I'm good at fixing it now. So this is gonna be a class name, and that's actually gonna be input, something like this. Should be fine. And there's many things that we actually have in here. It should look like this. So let's go to home page. Home page looks like this. That is crazy. But I think let's focus on the functionality part. It's taking too much time. Simply add the things in here, send it to the backend, get the response, show the response in the home page, and that's it. This is gonna be our main focus. Even logout page is not gonna be done, like used over here. This thing is done. We have to send the data from the backend. We have to get the data. We have to save the data. Ultimately, there's a lot. We even have to get the data from the backend. Oh, things are getting interesting. I didn't want to do this much. Seriously. The thing is that once you do it, at least once you do this much, you will be sure that you know the stuff. And once you are sure you know the stuff, you can simply work on it easily. Good news. From tomorrow onwards, I won't have to go for the work. That means I can code all the day. That simply means things are gonna be covered really quick. Okay, let's do it. Let's have some more water, yeah. We should be hydrated. Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me. I can't even drink water now. Just 10 insects fell into the water, as simple as that. Okay, this is the home page that we have. This is the home page of ours. It looks like this. And this is the layout that we have. This is the auth page, and then this thing has a layout like this, and authentication, layouting, and all. Okay, it wasn't really for checking purpose. For now, we can do one thing. What can we do? Let's install Prisma, get the data from the backend. And the backend is gonna be let's check whether I have the data in the backend. Okay, I'll be getting simply username and password, and I will be showing on the home page. And I will be getting all the users and their passwords. Oh, should I get their password? Yeah, who cares? Okay, let's see. And as soon as I sign up, then I should be redirected to sign in page. Once I sign in, I should be redirected to the home page, and this is how the whole flow is going to look like. let's go to home page, and the home page looks like this actually. I can make it better, or let's simply do one thing. This is gonna be home page. As for the design, I need a layout. This is the layout, by the way, of the home page. By default, I don't wanna mess with anything over here. Let's do one thing. Class name, text, forget about text. Height gonna be screen. Flex, forget about it. Flex is needed. Justify center is gonna be here. Just a few classes I need to get this work done. Justify center, item center, and that's it. I don't really need anything else. This is actually going to be home page. Apart from this particular thing, I need a div in here. That div is going to contain username. Is gonna be username. How will I get it? I'll figure it out. Then another div I need, and that's gonna contain the password. How will I get the password? Okay, that's easy peasy. I'll get it. Password. No focus on the design. Keep in mind, this is how we'll be going ahead. One more thing. This is going to be the home page. Let's make it like this. List of all the users will get in here, and this is going to be the list of all the users, something like this. Let me wrap inside the div. So it's going to, oh come on, got it. It's going to be, come on, really? Let's wrap it inside the div. So it is wrapped inside the div right now. As for this thing, I'll get it as soon as possible. Let's see exactly, oh come on, I need the names. Const user. How can I make it two things? Let's keep it like this. Interesting. Username password is equal to username. Username is gonna be username. I am username. Second is gonna be I am password. Here we go. Things are alright for now. At least I'll be getting the data from the backend side. Oh, this is crazy. Just a little bit designing. That's actually gonna be flex column, and there's gonna be gap of suppose 5. I hope it's gonna look like this. Not bad. At least I'm getting what I wanted. That's it. No focus on the design. Designing takes time. I don't have that much time. So I'm done with this particular thing. Let's get the data from the backend. Before that, let's simply say npm install Prisma. Let's install Prisma. Ultimately, we are gonna be using Postgres, and the to-do of that will be used. I hope we are using this to-do app. Yeah, inside that the things are gonna be saved. Interesting, things are getting easier now. This is how you should actually do the things on your own once you have learned that. I've never been doing it, but now I am doing it. That's a good thing, by the way. Ultimately, that's a simple funda. Once you learn something, can you repeat that thing? Ultimately, can you do the same thing without the help of the tutor that you have learned from? As simple as that. If you can actually repeat the same thing, in simple words, can you teach the same thing to others? If you can actually teach the thing that you have learned, things are gonna be actually saved in your subconscious mind and all, whatever you feel like you can call that. So it's as simple as that. By the way, let me install this. It's not getting installed. That's crazy thing. Okay, everything's working fine. I just want to install it right now, but it's taking time. That's all right. We'll give it time as much as it wants, but ultimately we'll get this implemented over here. Okay, it's done. So we have got this file in here, and that is we'll have to initialize it. So npx prisma init. Let's initialize it right here. And once we initialize, we'll get schema.prisma, and this is, where is that? Here. This is what we got right here. Let's remove all these things from here. This much we have got. What now? Nothing. First of all, we have to install it. It is just instructing us. This is the first thing that we have to do. .env file, we have to install it. So npm install .env. Because of this file, I had to struggle a lot last time. And then what is the next thing that we have to do? We have to import, ultimately, import .env config in Prisma config ts. This is something that we have to do. So this is a Prisma config ts. Inside this file, we have to simply import. What do we have to import? We have to import for what is that? .env/config. This is what we had to import. This thing is done. That means this would work. Prisma dev start local Prisma server, define a schema, run Prisma, migrate ORM and all everything. Next thing is gonna be this is the first thing that I have done. Second thing that I need to do is to simply work on this env file, and I need to give it a database URL. So this is gonna be database URL that I need to provide it, and that's gonna be simple. I'm gonna be using I'm actually using Postgres. So Postgres SQL / first of all the username, and that username is going to be Postgres for now. Postgres, the password is going to be 3241, as simple as that. Quite easy. Let's talk about the local host. This is the host actually. It will be running on 5432 port, and the database name is going to be TodoWeb. This much should be fine, at least for now. I think whatever I've written, that is right. If that is wrong, I'll get it. As simple as that. Ls npx prisma migrate dev, and the name is gonna be like init. Let's see. Prisma config detected. Okay. So I think it generated okay. Even it has generated the generated file. That is, ultimately it has generated the client at the same time. That's a good thing. Once these things are done, okay, let's check one more thing. I think it should be here. Well, there is not. As I'm connected to a backend, I will be getting the data from there. Let's create a model for now. It's gonna be like user model. It's gonna be exactly the same as the backend is right now. So as per this, we have model user, and we have first of all an ID. Is that gonna be like this? Yeah. ID. What else? It's gonna be an int type. And what is the problem with you? Oh, come on. There's an insect. Come on, yaar. Are you after me? Why are you after me? There's a mosquito that's just hovering over me. Int default value I'm gonna be giving. R2 increment is gonna be given here, and apart from this thing, let's keep it @I, as simple as that. Let's give it a username that we already have. That's gonna be type of string. We can make it better. That's not a big problem. The thing is that oh, come on, I'll be sending just username and password from the event backend to that's okay. Let's give it a password, and password is gonna be type of string. Our main focus is simply just saving the data in the backend, returning it from the backend. At least this much should be done. That's it for now, at least. So this is what that we have done. npx prisma migrate dev should be this much. I think I can enter the name. Okay, this is gonna be like model add user. Not really. Come on, how can I do that? Now forget about mode. Forget about how you can do that. You have already done that. Should really not be a problem. Who cares? Yeah. By the way, let's go ahead, and once this thing is done, and then that's it. You don't need to worry about anything. I think Prisma client that's already been installed. If that's not installed, we'll take care of it. So this thing is done. This thing is done. This thing is done. Over here we have to get the data from the backend. So let's remove it this time, and I will just simply be getting the data from the backend, and that's gonna be like const. By the way, let's make it async right here. I can make it if that's not a client part. So const data that we will be getting from the backend side. Okay, we are getting the data from the backend. We are getting the data from the backend. Okay, this is actually running on the server side. That means I can directly get the data. Yes. No. We'll have to use Axios. We'll have to send the data from the backend. That means API/v1. Let's click on this v1. Let's click on users. Let's have a route.ts. There can be many, that is for sure. Export async function is gonna be interesting. Let's see, async function, and that's gonna be actually a get route. Where is that gonna be a get route? Yeah, that's actually going to be a get route, and here I will be just returning the data. Next, okay, let's keep this return thing at last. For now, const. That's one more thing. Things are getting too much. This is the API section. Inside this API section I can have a lib folder, or we have users, we have not inside this API section, rather where is the to-do application that we just created. This is the to-do application, and then this is the public app that we have, and then we created lib over here. That means we need to have it in here. What do we have to have? Can we just simply copy and paste? Would be better. I'm gonna copy and paste. I know what it does. This much code. Don't really have time, a lot of time to just indulge in this particular thing. Let's create a lib folder, and then we can have a db.ts, and this will have this particular thing, especially related to db and all. Okay, what is your problem? Okay, we created here. This is the error that we are getting. It can be solved anytime. That's not a big problem. Yeah, that we got in here. Next, const data is equal to prisma dot user. That we don't really have that. Even we don't have prisma in here. So let's check this prisma out. We got prisma from there. Dot user. We are not getting it. That means the prisma is not right for now. Let's go to user back. Where is that lib folder? This is it. We have to prisma client. We are getting it from there. That's right. And guess what? I think prisma, I have to install that. npm install @prisma /client. I hope it's gonna work. Things are too much. I literally thought that the summary part would be done within just 10 to 15 minutes, but things are actually taking time. Now I should be getting user. I'm not getting that. This doesn't make sense. How does this? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's generate that. npx prisma generate. Okay, this thing is done. Prisma is generated, and this generated file is in here. I'm getting this file. What is your problem? Okay, it's simply saying that it needs data. That's okay. I will give you data. Wait for a while. Okay, lib folder is here. db.ts I'm simply exporting it from here. Getting Prisma client. If there's any problem, I can get it again. So it's like I want to have Prisma client. This Prisma client is gonna be from lib, not really lib. @generated Prisma client. It's gonna be from there. Okay, it's something like this. Once I've got this, then I'm exporting it from here, and I'm importing the same thing in users route. Though I haven't Not that yet. Let's do that again. Okay. Let's see whether it actually works the way I want it to work or not. Const data is equal to wait prisma dot okay. First of all, I need to have prisma. It will be from there dot tick, okay, tick, okay. Nothing's happening. What could be the problem? Forget about the problem, let's focus on it. I can go back to this thing. @ map. I can make it users for now. At least for the in the backend it should be saved like that. npx prisma migrate dev modified username. It should be fine. Oh, that's what I have. Enter new migration. Can't. npx prisma migrate dev name modified username. Okay, come on, should work. Yeah, it worked. So ultimately this thing is done. And right now if I just simply click on it, where should I look for that? Prisma dot user dot find many. I'm not really sure whether this is right or wrong. Return the data I'm getting. What all does that data contain? That data simply contains that means next response dot JSON. I would be simply returning the data from here. Let's see. Alright, things are crazy. I will be getting the data from there. Const response is equal to await axios dot get http / localhost 3000 / API / v1 / users. I need all the users. This is how I'll be going ahead. I need to install Axios. npm install Axios. Axios is installed. It should be fine by now, by the way. Come on, you should be fine. I have installed you. Okay, it is fine. I have to simply import it. I've got the response. Response would have data and const users is equal to response dot data. It's actually going to be like this, and all the users are going to be shown like this in here. So let's do one thing. Okay, it's actually going to be like this. Not really like this. Users dot map. I will get user in here. I'll have to do these stuffs. I don't have ID. That means I need to use the index. I'll give it key. It's gonna be index. I got the user. It's gonna be like clean user dot username, user dot password. This is how it should be. Can't find the user. Did you users? Is that okay? Implicitly has any type, that's all right. The type of them is gonna be like this. The type of user is going to be inside user. I'll have username, that's gonna be like string. I'll have password, that's also gonna be string. I'll have index, that's actually gonna be a number. It's gonna be like this. Things are fine. Getting everything. Email from the backend, I'm getting it. That's okay. db.ts, it should return the things properly. Okay, let's see. npm run dev. See if I'm actually getting the result that I'm expecting. List of all the users. Where are the users? I'm not getting. I'm getting localhost in here. I should be getting list of all the users. That thing is not happening. That means I'm not getting the let's see whether I'm not really getting the list of all the users. The request is going there. That means let's close all the tabs first of all. The request is going. Where is that API v1 auth users route here? The first of all CLG data. Let's see. Once the user response, CLG got CIV received the request for all the users. So let's see whether it's gonna actually work the way I want it to. I refresh the page. Okay, I received the request for all the users. The data is empty. The data is empty. Why? The data is empty. What could be the reason behind that? This Prisma is not working as expected. Yeah. I wasn't even getting the, what are they called? Options. Few things that I actually changed, that's okay, not really big problem. This is the schema that we have. It's actually being saved in there, that's alright too. I'm actually getting the things from here, that should be fine too, and those things are in here. The Prisma client, getting the Prisma client. If I directly get the Prisma client in there, will it work? That's the thing I need to figure out. Is this working or not? If it is working, then I have to just simply check the user. That's the one thing. Import Prisma client from this. Once I have this, const Prisma is equal to new Prisma client, something like this. Then I have Prisma over here. I can just simply comment it. I'm getting it in here. Let's see whether this actually works out or not. I'm getting this Prisma dot user. Okay, it is working now. Interesting. User dot find many. I'm gonna find many. It's actually gonna be like that. That means I should receive the data if it is so. I'm still getting it like that. Interesting. That means I'm not getting the data from the backend database. What is the database? Most importantly, where is the database? Postgres SQL, Postgres 3241, localhost 5432. To-do app. Well, dear to-do app, it is users, not user. That's fine, but on the front end side we are saying it user. Yeah. Do we have data in here or we have deleted it? Guess what? We have it. Some way or the other I have to connect to this database. I'm still wondering as to why am I not getting any data in there. Neon DB. PostgreSQL neon DB password, this thing, that's it. PostgreSQL, what is that? PostgreSQL. So it's actually like this. Postgres that we already have here, neon DB is there. Then we have the password. Okay, 54321. And to do app is there. Okay. How about this Postgres thing? What all does it have? It also has to-dos. But I'm not worried about to-dos, I'm worried about users. So how many things it has inside the users? How many columns does it have? Okay, it has no columns at all. Well, let's not worry about this one. Let's mainly worry about this one. And this data is running in the backend. I'm not even using this thing right now, just getting it from there and then simply using prisma.user.findMany. I should be able to find many. What time is it? Yeah, 9:57. Ultimately this much only I learned. If merely talking about the learning, I can send the data from the front end, back end side to the front end, from front end to the back end, something like this. The main problem is that I'm not getting data in here from the back end database side. That is the thing that I need to take care of. Remaining things are alright. And I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'll have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Once I'm awake, I will be getting all these things ready, done. Okay, at least in the early morning I have a fresh mind out. For now, check as to why you want getting any data from the backend, from the database side. Okay, so many things are open. The video is done, by the way, but there are 2 lessons that I have to revise now. Things are never done in my life. Oh, I actually thought that I stopped it? I was just wondering one thing. The live is still on, that's weird. I thought I stopped the live for no reason. Okay, never mind. By the way, the live is still on. Yeah, so I was just simply saying that tomorrow morning at 5:30 around I'll be going live, and then I'll get everything set. I'll get everything revised. I still have to revise the notes and all. It's not done yet actually. If I actually open it for a while, let's go to Notion. Coding the code, software, there are so many tutors even I'm following. I don't know how long I'm gonna take to just complete everything. Mostly once I know the stuff, I will not be learning that stuff again and again. That's the thing I need to keep in mind. Rather, I will be working on the projects using that thing, and while working on the projects learning the things. That would be a better option, I think. Yeah, this particular note I have to revise, and the same thing is in here. This particular thing I have to revise. Prisma, I have revised this thing already. So there's a lot to revise, there's a lot to just simply go through. So it's not like it's done yet, it's just by starting. But sooner or later, things are gonna come on track, and when they're exactly on the right track, things are gonna be crazy. That's it for now. I'm gonna be catching up very soon in the morning at 5:30. Until then, good night, take care, and sweet day.